Today, the first wild boar eradication campaign of the year officially began, a coordinated effort between local residents and the authorities. For months, these lands had been plagued by waves of destructive invaders, tearing through crops, attacking livestock, and threatening anyone unlucky enough to cross their path. These animals weren't just a nuisance, they were an environmental disaster in motion. From the moment we arrived at the designated rendezvous point, the air was charged with anticipation. The morning fog clung low over the fields, muffling sound and making every distant rustle feel amplified. Weapons in hand, scopes ready, we scanned the horizon for movement. It didn't take long. Emerging from the undergrowth, they're hulking, forms barely visible against the earth. A large herd of wild boars appeared, a tide of muscle, tusks, and instinct-driven aggression. The order came quietly. Now, the first shots cracked through the air, echoing off the hills. These were long-range shots, the kind where even a heartbeat could throw you off target. Through the scope, I tracked one, felt my breath slow, and squeezed the trigger. A clean hit. It staggered, collapsed, and rolled down the slope. Others in the herd scattered, disappearing under the thick canopy of trees. We recalibrated our scopes quickly, adjusting for distance and wind. The battle wasn't over, not even close. As we moved along the ridge, another boar appeared in my crosshairs, larger than the rest. The shot rang out, the recoil jolting through my shoulder, and the beast tumbled into the brush. Several others nearby weren't fast enough to escape, and were also taken down in the barrage. Still, many slipped away, vanishing into the tangled forest like shadows melting into darkness. Switching to a new ambush location, we got more than we bargained for. Without warning, a massive boar charged straight at us, its tusks gleaming, eyes burning with primal fury. My pulse spiked. There was no time for careful aim. I fired in rapid succession. The beast skidded to a stop just meters away. Its charge halted in an instant. From a higher ridge, we spotted another herd hiding in thick brush. We waited, silent, letting them drift into the open. At the signal, our rifles erupted in unison. Shot after shot echoed across the valley as the boars dropped one by one. Their glossy black coats made them easy to pick out against the pale earth. As the day wore on, the numbers of wild boars seemed endless. Another herd appeared, scaling a hillside in single file. They moved with surprising speed for their size, but through the scope, their fate was sealed. A flurry of shots took them down, though a few slipped away in the chaos. From above, looking down into the valley, we saw yet another wave over 10 boars, clearly visible even at a distance. Our initial approach wasn't working. The herds were too fast, too unpredictable. We decided to adapt. Splitting into smaller units, we set ambush points from multiple directions. This time, it worked perfectly. Cornered from all sides, the boars had nowhere to run. By afternoon, we moved down into the fields at the base of the hills. Here, the true scale of the problem revealed itself. The boars were enormous, some the size of small cattle, and incredibly fast. The open terrain gave us an advantage in visibility, but it also gave the herds room to scatter. We needed vehicles just to close the distance. The moment they entered firing range, the air was filled with the thunder of gunfire. Even with all our efforts, hunting wild boars in these numbers was no simple task. After months of being hunted, they had grown more cautious, more elusive. Each encounter required precision, patience, and stamina. By the time the sun dipped low, painting the hills in gold and shadow, our muscles were sore, our minds drained. Tomorrow we would be back. But the threat these creatures posed wasn't just physical destruction. Wild boars are carriers of dangerous diseases, dozens of them, capable of infecting both livestock and humans. Left unchecked, their population would explode, bringing agricultural and ecological ruin. The next morning, our mission resumed. The ground was frosted over, the air biting cold. Our dogs, trained to track with ruthless efficiency, quickly picked up a scent. Within minutes, they were in full pursuit, barking sharply as they cornered a boar that burst across the white field like a storm. It nearly vanished into the brush, but one well-placed shot cut it down. From the higher slopes, we launched a drone to monitor movement. The bird's eye view revealed a herd weaving through the trees. Guided by the footage, our team intercepted their route. The dogs lunged forward, forcing the boars into the open, where the rifle spoke again. But one, a massive brute, refused to go down easily. It took a direct shot, stumbled, then made a desperate final charge. I steadied my weapon, the crosshairs fixed on its head, and fired. The impact was instant. The beast collapsed mid-stride. Later, from a ridge overlooking the valley, we spotted another group grazing, unaware of the danger above. Years of experience told us not to rush. We aimed, fired, and the stillness shattered. The herd scattered, but our positioning cut off every escape. Only two slipped away. The dogs, relentless as ever, continued to scour the terrain. One last boar made a break for it, crashing through the underbrush. My shot pierced the air, striking true. It roared, stumbled, and fell silent. Just as we began to think the hunt was over, the dogs erupted again, fixated on a dense thicket. Something was in there. The silence that followed was thick, heavy. We tightened our grips on our weapons, every sense heightened. Then, without warning, a hulking shape lunged from the shadows. My finger pulled the trigger almost by instinct. The bullet hit home. The hunt had ended for now. But in this war against the wild boars, there is no permanent victory, only temporary reprieves, before the next wave arrives.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.